Hi, I'm Dr. Scarlett Hester, and I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Communication Studies. So I'm very excited to be at Ball State. I just started my third year this fall, and my journey to Ball State is kind of a return home. I earned my master's degree from the Department of Communication Studies here. When the opportunity presented itself to apply for and hopefully get a job at Ball State, I just jumped at the opportunity. CCIM and Ball State itself is a really special institution, and so I'm so excited to be back here, and I've been loving my time since. I realized I enjoyed and wanted to pursue a career in teaching when I was a graduate assistant here at Ball State. And so I got into the master's program here, and I had a teaching assistantship, which I was really fortunate to have. And luckily enough, I really enjoyed teaching. And so I realized that was what I wanted to do. And so I decided to go on for my PhD to make a career out of it. My teaching philosophy could probably be boiled down to I want students to feel comfortable and welcome, but also open to being challenged. I remember being a college student and just being so excited about all of the ideas, and also kind of skeptical of a lot of the things that I was learning, just because they were things that I had never heard before or talked about before. I want students to feel comfortable enough to be able to vocalize their ideas and, test those ideas out, but also being willing to be challenged on those ideas as well, because I'm a communication professor, so I think talking about things and understanding and listening are really important aspects to building a larger community and larger connection. And ultimately, I would want the different classrooms that I enter and the different classroom spaces with students to feel like smaller communities. For me personally, what's really special about being in comm studies is everybody genuinely cares about one another. As faculty members, we care about our students, and it just really feels like a family kind of setting. I really like that I can talk to my fellow colleagues about what I did this weekend, but then also we can have professional conversations. I think also everybody in the department is just super supportive and wants everybody to succeed and wants everybody to thrive and do the best at whatever it is that they're interested in. Having previously worked at other institutions, I think that's really special about comm studies. I feel that exists at CCIM as a whole. I like that I know other faculty members in other departments. When I see them, if I'm walking to the atrium or something, I can say hi and we all know each other's names. I think that level of comfortability isn't something that exists at all places. So I have two major lines of research. The first line of research, I'm interested in the way that aspects of identity present themselves in professional sports culture. How does sports media and just our pop culture in general talk about different sport controversies or different athletes in terms of their race, ethnicity, sexuality, gender, and how does that impact our larger understanding of these things culturally? I'm working on a piece right now about Kobe Bryant and how, his passing, how that impacts how we memorialize him and what we prioritize in that. And then my second line of research is I'm interested in Korean American adoptees and how they navigate their identity in terms of something called diaspora. Diaspora means when you are no longer really connected to your homeland. So I'm kind of trying to figure out that area of research a little bit more. That's not as developed as my first line of research, but essentially what I'm interested in is how people kind of figure out and communicate aspects of their identity. I am in my third year now at Ball State, and so I think some of my goals for the future are to publish some things because I have to, and because I'm excited about it, but also because I have to. I really think that I found a home in the department. I have a home at Ball State University. I have really great colleagues. I genuinely enjoy the students here. They keep me on my toes. They make me laugh on a daily basis. So I think that my goal is to ultimately, hopefully, earn tenure to be able to stay here. A fun fact that nobody knows about me, or very few people know about me, is I was an extra in a Bruce Springsteen music video when I was a small child. You can only see the back of my head, and so you see like a bright red sweater and then frizzy black hair, and that's me. But for the music video, The Streets of Philadelphia, like it starts with a bunch of different cuts of scenes from Philadelphia. And there's a cut where it's a bunch of small kids at the Liberty Bell. And so I was one of those small children, so you can see the back of my head. And I got to like touch the Liberty Bell, which when I was a kid, so I didn't really appreciate the magnitude of that. But now as an adult, I'm like, oh, I got to touch the Liberty Bell. Like, that's pretty cool. So I got to touch the Liberty Bell, and I was in a Bruce Springsteen music video.